Blessings, beautiful beings. I'm Shaman P, the Vibe Guy. This is Daily Ritual. Gonna share with you some unique movement. And today I'm focusing on the element of the fire and this solar energy of the sun and how it's connected to our solar plexus chakra, this area and this space and this place of the fire center, the Agni, the digestive flame, according to the Vedic science of YOUga, and according to traditional Chinese medicine, and the heart, the pericardium, the sanjiao called the triple burner, and the small intestines, all fire elements. And so there's a lot of fire, and we're in the summer, and it's a space and a place of transforming anxiety and depression into joy and happiness. And before we start, I'm just going to invite us to take 2 deep breaths. And so inhale, filling the belly and the chest. Relaxing the jaw and the shoulders. Inhaling deep. Relax the body. Smile. So, a little philosophy talk, Eastern perspective, shamanic influence, before we dive into a practice is so really interesting. So this fire right here, I've been having it going for a good 5 days straight, pretty much the whole time. And for me, when I'm working with the fire, it's a powerful energy to help to release and let go. You can put prayers, intentions, bless each log as you place it in, and ask for your body, your energy body, your body, mind, soul to release and to let go. And as the fire transforms the wood into ash or earth, releases the smoke into the space of prayer to God, Creator, your higher power, whatever you perceive or believe to be something bigger than you. And so, super fascinating. So I've been in this cabin now for several days, and I just due to the pandemic and things that are going on, quarantining, and I've been eating same really basic food. And part of it, why I'm doing it, is when we have in Ayurveda, they'd have khichdi, which is like a mono meal, and so it's like the same basic meal with herbs and spices and like rice and lentil. And I'm doing another variation of that, just like oats and seeds in the morning with berries, and then and nuts, and then a legume, bean, pea, or lentil with a grain like a rice in the evening. And I have like some superfood mix I'm having in between, and it's funny. I took a step out because I walked down towards the general store, and I put an envelope in the outgoing mail, and I came back, and on my way back, I was having this energetic, emotional communication with someone, and we can create clarity and healing with ourselves and another, even if they're not physically present with us. And so this is something I learned many years ago, and I practice it intermittently when I feel it's appropriate. And something you can do is you can write something down on paper and write out your feelings, your regret, your resentment, your broken agreement, whatever that is, that there's unresolved things that maybe got swept under the rug, or maybe something came up. And I'm actually I'm going through an 8-week course with Freedom Franklin for money alchemy, and this is one of our assignments. And I've been doing a lot of healing with resentment, just on my own practice as well. But this has been a strong catalyst to really make it a priority again and to focus on completion. Because if we have unresolved issues with past lovers or business partners, or things of this nature, those energies with that types of relationship can influence new ones from coming in, from new ones being harmonious. And if we clean up our past, it can help to influence a more flourishing and fluid future. And so as I was walking here, I had this this realization of there's someone that I was really hurt by their actions and their behaviors and how they spoke to me and how they spoke of me. It's funny. There's a piece of me that's like, okay, I'm releasing it from my body, and there's another piece of me that's like, okay, maybe I'm not supposed to talk about this too in depth, so I'm just going to say it more broad and general. And so the point being is that I came back after really doing this like prayerful speaking out loud, acknowledging the spirit of the person, like asking to meet in the center of the sun, and just like praying for God to bring harmonic resonance and neutrality between us. And when I came back into my space, I had the, just the fire, just like, this is a safe, sealed container, so I felt comfortable walking away. And when I came in, so anger, bitterness, resentment, these are energies of the wood, according to Chinese medicine. And so I had just done some really good releasing and connected to the liver and the gallbladder. If you ever know anyone that has issues with liver or gallbladder and they're angry or resentful, you can encourage them to do some practices to tune into forgiveness, forgive their parents or someone that hurt them, themselves. So I was going through some forgiveness, and I came back, and the fire was out, or at least it wasn't purring. I came in, I was like, interesting. I turned my back, and all of a sudden, the fire turned back on. Coincidence? I think not. The universe is all energy, and either everything's a miracle or nothing's a miracle. And I just did some really powerful healing of releasing the wood and came back in, and I've been really doing a lot. I sit with this fire in the morning. I'll start the fire first thing in the morning, and I sit with it, and then I have a pond here that I go swimming in, private pond, and it's cold. And then I come back and I sit at the fire and get warm. And where I'm at right now in the northern hemisphere, it's the land where there's always light. And and 2 o'clock this morning, I was still just like barely light out, and I was like, oh wow, it's 2, I should go to bed. But, so the point being is that I just found it was really interesting and synchronistic that as I was releasing this healing and I came in, the fire restarted. And how when we have these breakthroughs with emotions, it influences our chi, our prana, our energy. And sometimes we're leaking energy, or sometimes there's energy that's stuck or stagnant. Like, we got to stir the pot. We got to wipe the slate clean, lift up the dirty rug and wipe up that gross rotten milk, and, buy a new rug, whatever that is, like start fresh. And so right now, what we can do to really harness, because the fire is what can help to burn up the wood. And so this is where the alchemy comes in, and it's here. And so Papa Enti, Grandfather Sun, is the powerful solar energy. If you're in the northern hemisphere, we're getting a lot of sun right now. And so from working with the fire, being out in the sun, gathering this energy, we can build up our solar plexus chakra, our heart, according to Chinese medicine. We can get these fire centers purring and really coming into joy and happiness and finding a sense of balance. And sometimes people's fire is like a little ember. Like when I came in, this was like an ember, and they're burnt out. Maybe drinking too much caffeine, or working too hard, burning the candle at both ends, workaholic, or maybe they're, that would be more of the excess. So that would be like a raging inferno, like the fire's maybe going out of control. And, being able to learn how to either contain the fire, to keep it in a safe space, or to build it up to where it's a balanced fire. And so I'm going to share a practice of how we can build this chi, this prana, this energy of the fire within our bodies. And so, without further ado, I bring to you YOUnique movement. So this is a practice I've been channeling for about 8 years. And so when I say channel, we're all antennas. We're all picking up on different wavelengths and frequencies. And I used to teach vinyasa and Kundalini yoga, and then got into restorative yin, qigong. I did my degree in kinesiology, so I used to train athletes and a lot of different things in shamanism. And so it's like now there's this unique eclectic practice that I'll either see or hear or feel or know what to do next when I'm leading it. And so my intention going forward is for these Thursday videos to be about 20-minute segments, with about half talking more about the idea of what's going on and about half being the practice. And so coming up on 11 minutes, so we'll go ahead and get started with the practice. Invite you to, if you can, find a comfortable seated position. Gently lift the chest, roll the shoulders down and back. Perhaps the palms come facing up. Wiggle the jaw, soften the face. And I invite you to gently gaze at the brow. And sometimes I like to do this just before you close your eyes, is just look around and mentally say out loud, I am safe. I'm safe in my body. I'm safe in this moment. I'm safe to be myself. And gently closing the eyes and gazing at the brow point. This is the third eye connected to the pituitary gland, the master gland, ajna chakra. This is a space of intuition, being able to dilate our psychic senses, because we are all intuitive, we are all psychic, and just like someone can become more athletic, we can train our intuitive abilities. Taking a unifying inhale, breathing in through the nose, filling the belly and the chest. And relaxing the jaw and the shoulders. Inhaling down to the tip of the tail. Exhale, softening the jaw and the shoulders. Inhaling, filling the belly and the chest. Relax the body. One more time, deep breath, and gently hold the breath. Gently squeeze your anus, your sex organs, lift the pelvic floor, bring your abdominal muscles in and up, gently lift the chest, shoulder blades together, reaching to the top of the head, gently tuck the chin, focus on the spine and gazing up towards the crown of the head and visualizing light coming up your spine, beautiful flame coming up your central channel. Holding the breath as long as you can intuitively, and I thank and I call upon the spiritual essence of the fire. We thank you for joining us here in this medicine space, allowing us to balance, clear, harmonize the fire within our body, mind, and soul, and allowing us to come into a space of equilibrium, allowing us to channel this fire in a good way as we call upon and invoke happiness and joy in all of our lives. We thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And smile, and if you haven't already, slowly exhale through your nose and embracing a moment of stillness. With a gentle Buddha grin, smile in and focus on a pleasant sensation in your body, inviting us to count our blessings. Thinking of the people, places, things, and ideas that you're grateful for. Thank you. And so, in yoga, the Patanjali family developed what's known as the Yoga Sutras thousands of years ago, and what they did is they traveled all throughout India and Southeast Asia, and they connected with the yogis, and there was many styles of yoga, and they found the common threads, or sutras in Sanskrit. Sutra means thread, and they came up with the, if you look at the flag of India, there's a wheel, and there's 8 spokes which represent the 8 limbs of yoga. And so in the first 4, it's the yamas, the niyamas, the do's and the don'ts, and then the third and the fourth is the pranayama and asana. And so when people think of yoga, usually asana is the breath, is the physical practice, and pranayama is the breath work, which we're going to do more of in a moment. And then the final 4 are all stages of meditation. So from focus to immersion to a deep state of meditation to nirvana or samadhi, which is a state of enlightenment. And everyone can access that. You don't need to be special. Everyone is special. I'm confident because I'm a child of God, and I'm humble because everyone else is too. And so remembering that there's a unique gift that you and only you will bring into this world, and that through practice and watering our garden, that we can bloom and blossom and share our fruits of our gifts with the world. And so really there's one practice that I'm here to share with you today, and it's called the breath of fire. And so if you already know it, great. Do it. More of it, especially when we're in this final phase of the summer. You know, we're about halfway through the summer right now. And so it's the midway point of the summer. The days are slowly starting to get shorter. And so the peak of summer was the solstice when it started, or the peak of the sunlight in June, usually in the third week of June. And then now we're beginning of August, and we're coming into Lionsgate. It's the time of Leo, and it's really a fiery sign of action, courage, willpower, this space of beauty, and allowing us to embrace this inner flame of passion and joy once again. And so the breath of fire is an equal inhale, equal exhale while pumping the navel. And so if you want to go ahead and bring one hand onto your belly and go ahead and take a nice deep breath. Exhale all the way out. Inhaling halfway in, and begin to pump the belly while breathing in and out through the nose. Let's go ahead and stop. Take a deep breath in. Exhale all the way out. And pause. Smile. So I'm going to go over one more thing, and then we're going to do it for 2 minutes. So the last time we did the deep breaths, I invited you to suspend your breath and to squeeze the anus, the sex organs, to engage the space and the place around the central channel. And so the vertebral column is it houses the Shushmana, which is known as the central channel. And so when Buddha experienced nirvana, when Jesus became Christ, when different sages and enlightened masters experience enlightenment, it's known as a Kundalini awakening. And so what we're doing is working with the energy along the central channel to activate, align, awaken the body, mind, and soul. And so by squeezing the anus and the sex organs, it's called root lock, mula bond. It's a valve. Bond means valve. And so it's like creating pressure for this energy to come up along the spine. And so the other one is Uddiyana band. And so it's the diaphragm lock. And so this is the one that's specifically for getting that fire to come up, to bring this energy up. So many people are in their lower chakras, the lower triangle, survival, sex, movement, action, like this. And a lot of people haven't come up into the heart of compassion and love, and into, divine expression, intuition, connection to our higher power. And so through moving with this bandha, we can channel this energy up and open up our psychic senses. So let's do it. Inviting us to I'll explain it, the diaphragm lock when we come into it. But the point is on the exhale, you're going to bring your diaphragm in and up like you're sucking your belly in, like you're trying to look really skinny. Got it. So we're going to do 3 breath suspensions at the end where we hold the breath in and out. I'm going to calm down. I'm trying to get all these videos to be at a certain length. Some of the other ones like 5 minutes. These Thursday ones about 20. So we're going to go for 1 minute of this breath of fire. Starting now, I'm taking a nice deep breath in. Exhale, closing the eyes, gazing at the third eye point. Inhaling halfway and beginning the breath of fire in and out through the nose while pumping the navel. Stay with it. Powerful breath. Visualize there's a flame in your belly that's expanding out through your body, out through your aura. It's clearing out, allowing this fire to burn up any anger, bitterness, resentment, allowing compassion, loving kindness, joy, and happiness to permeate through your field. Powerful breaths. Pump the navel in and out. Halfway there. Stay strong. Maybe pick up the pace. Pump the belly. Deep breath in. Root lock. Squeeze the anus, sex organs. Lift the pelvic floor. Squeeze the abdominal muscles. Shoulder blades together. Tall spine. Gently tuck the chin. Squeeze along the spine. Visualizing light coming up. Fire coming up. Exhale all the way out. Hold the breath out. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Suck the belly in and up. Inhaling deep. Squeeze, abdominals, big chest, tall spine, gaze towards the crown. One more cycle, exhale all the way out. Squeeze and lift, belly in and up. Inhale deep. Hold the breath, squeeze intense, focus on the spine, visualizing light coming up from the base of your spine to the crown of the head, coming out all around you, tuning into your aura, allowing this energy, it's channeling up the spine, up out through the crown and going around your body. Hold the breath as long as you can intuitively, and when you're guided, you can very slowly exhale through the nose and embracing a moment of stillness. May you find joy and happiness in your life. May we embrace compassion, loving kindness, and forgiveness for ourselves, for our parents, for preachers, teachers, society, for anyone that ever hurt us. And we thank you, Creator God, to the Great Spirit who goes by 1,000 names in 1,000 places, yet nameless, for blessing us, for blessing our lives, and to the spiritual essence of the fire, we thank you. We thank you, fire, for allowing us to see in the dark, for cooking our food, for keeping us warm in the cold, and allowing us to see the light. And I thank you for embracing, embodying the fire within you as you call upon action, willpower, courage, perseverance, accountability, follow through, and this energy of movement, and to continue to focus on your dream, on your vision, and coming into this state of rapid growth, blossoming, bearing our fruits so we can share our gifts with the world. And so I thank you for tuning in to YOUnique Movement Daily Ritual with Shaman P, the Vibe Guy. It's a pleasure to serve you. Aho, Amen, Ashe, Namaste. And may you have a beautiful remainder of your day. Ciao for now.